A very good morning to you. Welcome back to K24 this morning. Today being a Tuesday, we're discussing money and finance. And I understand, before I reintroduce my panel, we have our Wanjiku from Muthiru. Wanjiku, good morning.
Good morning, sir. How are you?
I'm quite fine, my dear. What's your question or comment?
Okay, my question is to Charity Kamusime.
Uh-huh.
I have a cousin who lives in Washington, D.C., and I wanted to know how long will it take if I'm sending money to them via Rapid Transfer app?
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Wanjiku. Your question has been answered in a second. So we
Thank
have
you.
Charity from EcoBank. Charity, how long does it take to send money to Washington, D.C.?
Sending money to Washington, D.C. is instant if the cousin has an EcoBank account with us, because we don't operate in Washington.
Oh.
However, using a Rapid Transfer app, everything is possible.
So how exactly does that work? Because is it like you transfer money to a certain mobile number there? Do you use a credit card maybe?
So there are different channels of sending money. So this one specifically for her cousin in Washington, if the cousin is roaming on M-Pesa, they can send money directly to their M-Pesa, and the cousin can then remove the money and send it to any bank account within
In Washington?
within Kenya.
Wow, okay.
And then using their Visa card or MasterCard, they can access that money off their account.
So does it take 2 hours, 3 days, 5 months?
The transfers to M-Pesa are instant. The moment you press OK and confirm, done. Same with EcoBank. If you're sending money to an EcoBank, if the cousin has an EcoBank account, it's instant. If it's any other bank, it will take plus a day.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
If it's sending cash, unfortunately, we can't receive cash in Washington because you have to have an outlet to receive this money. But if the cousin was, say, in Uganda or across any of our 33 African operations, then they'll be able to walk into a branch or an express point, which is our partner branches, then they'll be able to withdraw the money. And that is also instant.
Okay. So there you have it, Wanjiku. It's instant. Yeah? Josephina, did you say something? Ama nimekukata?
No,
okay. We shall get to you in a minute. Helen.
Yes.
I was asking a question. You get into the plane. Of course, there are certain amounts of, certain amounts you're not allowed to cross over with. So is that a challenge for you?
It's not even safe to carry money with you.
Okay.
What I see people doing, which is what I prefer, is you use the shipping company.
Okay.
Or you do an RTGS. Or you have a dollar account.
All right. RTGS, for someone who does not understand, what is RTGS?
It's a way of, maybe Charity can explain that better, but it's a way of sending money from here to abroad. To wherever you want to send through the bank.
Okay. Yeah. So you prefer doing the money transfer so that you get there, or you're using the shipping company?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah, because mostly what happens, I like if I am planning to travel, I know when I want to travel. So I give like a 2 days allowance. I take the money in dollars. All right. Because again, it's very expensive to give the money in Kenya shillings because they'll give you their rate. To say me like out there, the dollar is going for 103 shillings. Yeah. You'll get it at the rate, whatever rate they want. So you go, get the money from exchange the money, the forex bureaus, then take it to the shipping company, then they have their way of sending the money to Turkey. Okay. So if I'm traveling like 2 days from today, I'll find my money with their office in Turkey. Okay. Yeah. So as soon as I get to Turkey, I go get my money for free. I'm not charged for that. Okay. Yeah. All right.
That's quite interesting. Yeah. She's saying that they have their own way of sending money. Yeah. Apart from the usual that we know, all these money transfer systems, is there like a specific technology, another technology that we do not know about? And before we have that answer, we have a gentleman from Kiserian. Good morning, sir.
Good morning. How are you? My name is Aluso.
Yes, Aluso, madam. Habari ya asubuhi.
Salama.
Kumenyesha Kiserian?
Kuna baridi sana.
Oh, yeah. Pole sana. Keep warm, eh?
Thank you.
What is your question or comment?
So I want to ask Charity about the rapid transfer because I have received money from my relatives in America on M-Pesa. Is there a way that I can receive that money into my account in KCB?
Okay. Thank you very much, Aluso. So is there a way?
Yes. So from anywhere in the world, as long as you have a Visa card or a MasterCard, you can download our Rapid Transfer app. You don't have to be an EcoBank customer. You don't have to be an Africa. You don't have to be
in Africa.
In Africa.
Okay.
You just need to have an African passport from any of our 33 African countries, and then you onboard onto the app, and you can send money to any place across.
And it's instant.
To any bank account, whether EcoBank or any other bank. You can also send to M-Pesa. And if you're sending to, if your relative is maybe say in Uganda, you can also send to MTN Mobile Money.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there another way? Because she was saying the shipping company know what they do with that money. So is there any other way?
Okay, in as much as money transfer comes in different forms.
Yeah.
RTGS, what she was talking about. There's EFT. There's remittance of Akina, PayPal, and Dahab Hill. There's M-Pesa. All those are different forms of money transfers.
Right.
The technology behind it remains the same. Basically, what we do is that we create a bridge between one bank and the other bank.
All right.
So that you can be able to send money from this account. Okay, from your question, I get where you're coming from, but perhaps this is more on the banking processes than from a technology perspective. For us, we just create the bridge. Look at it like you're trying to cross a river from this end to this end.
Okay.
So that bridge is where we come in.
So
when it
you
comes
are the bridge.
yes, we are the bridge. So when it comes to how they will get their money, that is from one bank account to the other bank account. As long as we have sent something, as long as we have sent something called a SWIFT code or a SWIFT message, then the other person, the other side, the other bank, the other side will be able to know this money is coming from EcoBank, and it has, the message has everything to do with the charity. My name is Charity. I've sent $100 at this time, and this is where I want my money. Okay, so the reconciliation between banks, that is from a banking process, not from a technology process.
Okay. All right. Helen, a lot of people want to get into business, especially international business, but they do not even know how to go around it because of the whole process of doing all these money transfers. And you are saying, where we are to Nalipanga, you know, the shipping company, then the shipping company knows what to do, or rather what they do. So in your opinion, is it easier that way? Is it easier doing, you know, mobile money transfers? Or is it easier carrying the money for yourself? Like from now a layman's point of view, because you're the business lady here, for you, what is the bestest option when you're doing your international business?
I think the best is using the shipping company because one, it's free. Number two, you'll get your money on time.
Okay.
Like I've told you, like when I'm planning to travel, I just give I allow 2 days. I give the money to them, and by the time I'm getting to Turkey, the money is there in their office in Turkey. So it's very safe, and you're not charged anything.
Okay.
Yes.
I think there's a Willis in Nairobi probably who wants to get into your business. Willis, good morning, sir.
Morning to you. I wanted to ask, let's for example, somebody sends money to you from US.
All right.
And maybe go to the Western Union or wherever the MoneyGram agent.
Right.
And somehow they decline to, you know, to give you money. Yes, yeah. I mean, they reject whatever the transaction. What are the reasons?
Okay.
Yeah.
I guess that's, but thank you very much, Willis. I guess that's more of a security issue.
Yeah.
If you don't have the right documentation, then no one will sort you out.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, thank you, Willis. When you're sending money, it's very key that the recipient is aware on who's sending. And because if you're using Western Union or MoneyGram, you're going to have to visit a branch or an outlet where you can receive this money. And the person that's going to release this money has to have confidence that you're a rightful owner of this money. So documentation is key. So the sender has to send you the SWIFT code or the security question with the answer so that we can be sure you're the rightful recipient of the money. It's for security.
Yeah. I was just reading an article that said that to some extent remitting monies from abroad, especially for guys who are sending it from the UK and the US, they will make the locals, especially assuming they're sending it back to Africa and using Kenya as an example, they'll make us lazy. Because now we're no longer working, we're just waiting for my uncle in the States to send me money. What is it? Does it have an impact on the economy?
Yes, it does have a big impact on the economy. But the more your cousin or relative in America or the US sends money to us, we make a lot of money as the economy. It has a play on the GDP.
Right.
It also has a play on the economic activity. Some of the reasons that they send this money is upkeep. So imagine if I was broke, I didn't have money, I have to pay my rent, and I mean, I have no money. I'm going to resort to other, you know, other ways of getting my rent paid.
Right.
So if they send the money, then I'm going to cut on that. But also through Forex exchange, we make a lot of money when we are buying and selling currencies.
Right.
So that has a lot of play on our GDP and inflation as well. So it's very important that they send us the money. It's better for us to send than us send out.
Okay.
Let me just say something on that.
Okay.
So that is one way of looking at it. But then there is another positive way of looking at what honest business people like Helen are doing. So to her, the benefit outweighs the other side of the social whatever problems. For her, she's assured that she will get her money.
Yes.
It will not fall to another person's hand. She will get it whenever she wants. It's safe and it's secure. And it also doesn't limit her to certain business hours. Like you can get your money whenever you want.
Whether ni usiku mchana.
Whether ni usiku ni mchana. And that's what technology has done.
Right.
Now in terms of mobile money transfer. I mean money transfers.
Right.
Yeah, it has revolutionized how businesses work. So now you're not restricted to a certain working hour. You can get it whenever at the comfort of your seat.
So I can make my orders even at midnight.
You can make your orders whenever you want.
And pay for them instantly.
And pay for them instantly. The other thing is instant. You're like Western Union, we know it's a brand. Everybody knows Western Union. So it's practically in every country, almost every country in the world. So if I want to send money to the next door neighbor, Tanzania, for example, I know that Western Union is there. And if I send money in dollar, I will get it in dollars. Charges notwithstanding.
All right.
Of course,
Okay. So now that you've mentioned, sending money across borders, I want to send my money to a country that no one ever thinks about. I don't know. Have you thought about Serbia this morning or Ukraine? But I want to send my money to Serbia for whatever reason. Apparently, there's a Kenyan who died the other day there. But I want to send my money to that brother of mine in Serbia. And the technology probably here, for what you guys do as a software group, I don't know. How do you even reconcile that technology for the guys in Serbia, assuming we're not using any of the brands that we have mentioned here?
Well, it's easier. There's something, I'm trying to avoid being very technical. But there's something called...
Break it down.
To a layman's language. There's something called an API.
Okay.
All we need is an opening for us to be able to communicate. And we do this, let me call it web services.
Right.
We call them web services.
Yes.
Web services is just a string of responses and requests. So if there's a bank here in Kenya that is willing to do business with another bank in Serbia, and the money transfers that we know of are not there, all I need to do is the bank in Serbia to give me a web service, which will allow my bank here to make a request and a response for money transfer, to facilitate money transfer. Then the reconciliation, like I said before, is still a banking process. Now that is when now they do their own reconciliation. But in terms of money transfer, all I need to do is a way to talk to you and to get your answer back. And that's it.
Because you know that people in their houses right now thinking, Aki, I have these cups and I want to sell them in India, but how do I get the money to India? For you, what informed Helen? What informed your decision to start going to Turkey? Because people have gone to Dubai, people have gone to Paris, people have gone to Singapore and so on and so forth. But you chose Turkey. Is it the ease of doing business? Is it all this ease of I can carry money and still go there and nimeka kwa socks? What informed that decision to go to Turkey?
I started from
the scratch. Grass.
Yes.
Wewe ni wale tunasemanga mashinani.
Yes, I started from the scratch. So it's about business growth.
Right.
One day you're going for them pale Kampala, kidogo kidogo, your clients want now higher quality. So that is what took me to Turkey, because Turkey has quality.
Okay.
Yes, Turkey and Italy has.
So for you it was just quality.
It's quality.
Lakini nisema ukweli ulianzia Gikomba.
Yes, ni ukweli.
All right. Kila mtu anaanzianga huko.
It's true.
Okay. So quite interesting. Charity, there's one question I had received earlier on from someone who was saying that sometimes even this money transfer systems will aid a lot of issues such as global terrorism, because now it's easy to send money from Kenya to Dubai, Kenya to Uganda, and even Kenya to Al-Shabaab. So how is the banking sector regulated just to make sure that there is ease and there's security and there's honesty in the business?
So we have what we call compliancy in every bank, and the purpose for compliance is to make sure that we follow the regulation and educating the staff and the customers on anti-money laundering laws and what you have to do to control and avoid yourself to be in certain circumstances. We also have regulations on how often and the frequency and the amounts that someone can send.
Right.
Earlier, Helen spoke about limitations on sending 1 million instead of 3 million.
Right.
So those limitations help us in curbing those anti-money laundering issues. So we have a set of policies that support us in ensuring that our people are safe, and also to ensure that the banks are also safe from these terrorism issues.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there are laws and they are clearly laid
Yes.
out, even in countries where there's instability. We know what is happening in Sudan, we know what is happening in Somalia, and so on and so forth. But from your end, you ensure that all this is okay.
There's also something that we call screening in the banking sector, and I'm sure that Josephine can talk a lot about it. So sometimes you'll send money through a particular platform, and the money will not be remitted.
Okay.
So it will be we blacklist or blacklisting anyone that has been associated with these certain activities, and the system is able to tell that you've been blacklisted from whatever state of this world you're in, and will not be able to remit money back home or wherever you want to. So technology has also supported us in ensuring that we screen our customers well.
Nice. Remember, the numbers are still on your screen, and of course your SMSs we shall be checking out before we maliza this particular session. But I have a question for Josephine as far as the technology is concerned, and we know nowadays there's a lot of hacking going on. I can be sending my money to Helen, but somehow, inapatikana topo katikati mtu anavuka nayo. I mean, and we have to be honest, technology can be hacked at any one point.
It's not foolproof. As we are working hard to develop solutions, like the an AML solution like what Charity was talking about. There's also someone else who's not sleeping.
Yeah.
They are also
to hack you guys.
Yes, they are not to hack us, but to hack them.
Right.
They have the money. We don't have the money. We don't keep customer accounts.
Yes.
There's only one single source of truth, and that is the bank account, where all the accounts are.
Right.
But yes, so while we are working hard to make sure that whatever it is, the communication is secure as it can be, there's also someone else who's not sleeping.
Right.
Trying to see a way of channeling that money, phishing, sending, what they call phishing, just to get the money. Kuvuna pale hawajapanda.
Ni kunoma. Still on the same note, technology-wise, we said earlier on we can send money through the USSD, and we have apps and so on and so forth. But now we have all these new, technologies we shall be talking about in a minute. But I understand Francis is on the line. Francis, good morning. Francis from Nakuru.
Hello.
Habari yako, brother?
Mzuri, I have a question. I'm watching you from Nakuru.
Please do ask your question.
Okay, I have a question. Assuming I'm in the US or UK or wherever in the world.
Yeah.
I'm asking. Assuming I'm in the US or in UK.
Right.
And I am planning to come back to Kenya in 2 or 3 days' time.
Yes.
So can I send money through transfer to myself so that when I come, I go and withdraw it? That is my question.
All right. Thank you very much, Francis. All right. Can he do that to himself?
Yes, he can.
Okay.
Yes.
Whether it's from another bank to another bank or, from the same bank, he can still send his money?
Yes. So he's in the States, as long as he has the Rapid Transfer app, he's able to do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Nice. Can you also do that via, such things as PayPal and iPay and all these things that we sometimes don't even understand whether they are companies or they are technologies. Sometimes you're told, just have an account with, this particular, but you don't understand what it's all about. So first of all, he can do that, right?
Yeah.
So when we are told to, sometimes we just go to a computer and we send money via emails. I mean, how is that technology? Because everything is electronic. How does that money move from point A to point B, like in his situation, from Washington to Nairobi?
Okay, so by email, I am assuming probably something like internet banking.
Right.
Yeah, it's basically a transfer. It's still a transfer.
Yeah. So does someone carry that money physically? Once, because me nimetuma na nimekuja Kenya, naingia kwa account yangu napata pesa. But does someone physically now say that, Mbuvi transferred 1 million from the US? Now let me take that 1 million back to Kenya.
No. No, it's a communication between bank and bank. Yeah, remittance. I don't know, are those Nostro accounts that you have, or?
Yes. So through your support, we are able to, to speak to whatever bank that there is.
Yeah.
So the banks, wherever he is, will send money to us, and through your technology, it hits our account.
Yeah. And I also wanted to add something on security.
Sure.
In as much as we say technology is not foolproof, and we've seen it, people hack, people do hack. But then again, there are also international standards that we also adhere to, like standards in terms of sending money, in terms of communication, web communication, those web services, ISO message, we call them ISO messages.
Yeah.
So there are bodies which, of course, look into what people are doing in terms of hacking, and they develop protocols and codes to make sure that every bank that is going to be involved in, or rather every technology company that is going to facilitate having a product for mobile transfers is adhering to these codes. So that when you're sending money, it's secure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there are basically people right now behind the scenes, 24 hours a day, just trying to find out new technologies that have been developed by these hackers.
Yeah.
We kazi mingi tena sana. Helen, now that you know this, how does it? Because for you, it makes your business flawless. Ukiamka leo, you want to go buy suits from Turkey, Turkey it is. If you decide to go buy Vikombe from China, China it is. Yeah. And for you, it's as easy as I just need to get to Turkey, I just need to get to China. But does it necessarily make your business any more complicated or less complicated? Because I'm assuming in your wallet, you must be having Visa, MasterCard, God knows what else. Ama wewe unatemeanga tu kama kale kadem na kasimu kako, na unajua one app away from my payments.
I would not say it's complicated. It's not complicated at all. The only challenge is maybe sometimes the systems hang and you're in someone's shop.
Right.
You have already selected what you want to buy. It's payment time.
Yes.
And then you find that their challenge is like it's not going through.
Right.
Just that.
Yeah.
And maybe the charges.
How do you deal with that then? Because umetoka hapa na account kako ka Kenya. Your card from your local bank here in Nairobi. Then you get there, unaambiwa, my friend, payment has been declined. Na saa hizo hapa Kenya ni saa 6 ya usiku, huko ni lunch time.
Hapo, you don't have a choice. You just have to leave the goods, agree with the shop owner that once I go back to Kenya, I'll send the money to you. The guys in Turkey have upped their game.
Okay.
They have Safaricom lines. So I'll send the money in through, using the M-Pesa to their M-Pesa line. So our goods take 1 week to get here. So they will send them a week after. Yeah, that's the only way out.
So you've actually created a rapport.
Yeah.
What are the challenges do you face? Because unajua si kama unaenda hapa kwa duka ya Njoroge unamwambia Njoro patie ugali kesho hiyo ndo ndakupatia end month. This is someone in Turkey. Yeah.
The most important person here is the shipping company. The supplier, they may not trust you so much, but if you have a good rapport with the shipping company, you just call them and tell them, hey, I'm stuck, and I have this I want to buy. I don't have the money.
Right.
Can we agree that you pay for me?
Right.
And when I go back to Kenya, before the goods get to Kenya, I'll have given the money to your office.
All right.
Yeah, it's very easy for us.
Okay.
Yeah.
Before we wind up, I can see you wanted to say something. I have a question for you though.
No, I was laughing because she was saying it hangs.
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes they
so
do.
do you guys, are you called by your clients, assuming it's EcoBank, they call you, wait, our clients are saying their money from Kisumu inakwama?
Yes.
Yeah.
There are many systems which talk to each other.
Okay.
There's one which is called a core banking system. That one can hang. For example, if they're doing an end of day maintenance or process, something like that, and there's no communication.
Okay.
The other one is the us. If we are trying to talk to between one bank to the other, and we don't get response from either. Yes. But okay, what has happened now is that depending on the banks, what has happened is that banks usually have a core banking system where they put all customer accounts there, so that if there's any process ongoing, then transactions don't need to stop. If you go to an ATM, you don't need to wait until that process is over. So you can always get your balances real time. I think it's usually updated often.
All right.
If I can say something to Helen, instead of using the shipping company, you can have an account with our partner banks. So in different countries, banks have what we call intermediary banks. So there's a special relationship between them and us. So you can access your details on that other side. You don't have to use...
Without having to call Njoro.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much, ladies. That was very eye-opening. And for you who wants to open your international business, now you understand how money transfer happens. We actually say Kwaheri right now. And I'm joined by one, Jeff Mote. Jeff, have you understood Tumado?
Yes, and I'm saying actually probably you should also import one of those gadgets.
I do.
It keeps falling from the belt every single time. You can talk to them. I mean, remittance is easy. Right. You can get your gadget in very safely. And
right. I don't know, because you said that you wanted to start a diaper company. Did I move? And you want to open one in Turkey, actually, where Helen has been doing business. So, for all of you who want to start your businesses in Turkey.
But of course, an amazing discussion right there, and just in terms of people, because very many people are asking, okay, because I have relatives abroad, and you've seen how in terms of remittances, you know, forex coming in, it is indeed a big deal. How can I make sure it's secure from wherever, you know, sending it from Serbia to Washington? It's an amazing discussion we're having.
Yeah, and Shiko, if you can just come closer, I know umekifikiria kuleta nywele from India, akina shiksha or kusaidia.
The conversation always has to be around the hair. But it's actually, by the way, a very good business concept. And I think a lot of people definitely, that's the gap for them or the hurdle for them. Not understanding, okay, how do I bring my business idea and of course make it come to life, and who can I actually talk to or, you know, get access to in order to bring stuff in.
All right.
Yeah.
So there you have it, guys. It's been Money and Finance. Thank you very much for joining that conversation, and of course for your calls and your SMSs and your texts. But right now, tunasema kwaheri. Until tomorrow, same time, 6 a.m. all the way till 9.
Okay, have a great day. Of course, immediately after us, the Daily Brief is in from 9 right here on KTT4 television. Have a great morning. We're back tomorrow. Bye-bye.